All right. Back after a successful mission, which has changed a lot of things.
Just a little.
So, 8 weeks have passed since Hussar, Sutton, and the rest of his retinue has disappeared with the demon host. His retinue and Hussar himself have been declared excommunicate traitors, which means they are now being hunted by the entirety of the Imperium. And the majority of his staff has been purged. Watchmaker and the rest of the acolytes find themselves on board a decommissioned scout vessel, which has been given to Inquisitor Toke as a hunting vessel by the Lord Inquisitor. It has... Yep. It has no weapons. And in fact, it has no name. You would have to name it, but it is...
Can I suggest a name?
Is it the Condolence?
The SS Condolences. You knew it.
Yeah. It is warp capable, and you do have a reliable navigator aboard.
Our buddy.
A navigator would be a specialized mutant who has like a third eye, and they can see into the warp that lets them like basically path a safe path through the warp. You hope.
You hope. All right.
But
I assume over those 8 weeks. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead. Just tell me what you want to do over the course of those 8 weeks.
Watchmaker's obviously been kind of scarce. He's been trying to make sure he's fit for the office that he just got given. So he's been studying, training, and trying to track Hussar and figure out his own information network and pick up what he can from the network left by Hellscythe. Well, left by Hellscythe. He's missing. Not confirmed dead yet.
Yeah. Hellscythe and Selena would both be considered MIA. But so are a few thousand other people located at the Scola.
And these things happen.
The actual network itself, unfortunately, Toke wouldn't have access to that. He would not have access to Hellscythe's various networks. A lot of it just because it's secret, and would have been basically anyone who would be in the know is MIA. So Toke is basically a fresh-faced Inquisitor.
Goody.
I'm Inquisitor Toke, and this is my first day in class.
Yeah, I'm Inquisitor Toke, and this is Jackass. Just fucking dives into the warp without a Geller field.
What is Tigo been doing over these course of these 8 weeks?
Looking for more dangerous weapons.
All right.
Brooding, plotting death.
This is normal.
Typical murder hobo stuff.
Typical Tigo.
Yeah.
Which is also the title of the sitcom. Typically Tigo. What is Garvin up to?
I don't know. I don't know what Gar's been up to.
Gar doesn't even know what he's up to.
How's everyone feeling about like Hellscythe and Selena being MIA, presumed dead?
Not great.
You know, mildly anxious, but I don't know. I think Gar, you know, is concerned, but perfectly happy that we're kind of going to be doing our own thing. We're kind of concerned with the general situation.
Okay.
It's, you know, it's good that Watchmaker's been promoted, and that we have our own little ship here. That's pretty cool. But the circumstances, you know, are quite disturbing.
I know what Tigo's been doing. He's helping Gar set up his anti-heresy corner of the ship.
One would hope that the whole ship is anti-heresy, but...
Well, this corner is like extra anti-heresy.
This is where we test people for heresy.
You heretic?
Testing devices.
You do
Just-
not want to go to that corner of the ship.
It's just a car battery. which is actually, funny enough, a little more canon than you might think.
Yeah.
Share a hood and a car battery.
And what has Eve been up to?
Eve has been working on training Chewie on how to dodge bullets better.
He just looks at her tilted head. Bork!
Chewie, you gotta dodge. You gotta learn how to dodge, Chewie.
You can dodge a bolt, you can dodge a ball.
Ready, Chewie? Dodge. Back! Back!
Chewie's agility has gone down by 5.
Yeah, on the bright side, Chewie has gained a fate point from sheer stubbornness.
I mean, he's been repaired and all. Adeptus Mechanicus can fix anything. You hope.
Within reason.
I mean, as long as it's not literally been reduced to, like, slag, he's okay. But, yeah. Over the course of these 8 weeks, there actually has been no sign of Inquisitor Hussar. He has gone completely off the radar, and the last you've actually heard of him is his the ship he uses as his base has disappeared into the warp and is gone completely, like, dark. No one has seen it. Going over the records that are available to you from Hussar hasn't really revealed anything. It's been mostly dead ends being pursued by various Inquisitors. However, you've actually just received a message, and your comms officer is attempting to relay it to you.
Alright.
My lord, we've received word from planet Tilea. There's been mention of a ganger that's been picked up by local police forces who has denounced various heretics he's aware of. One of them has the name Glass Wasp, a known alias of a Hussar informant who operates within that area.
Alright, it's a start. And, yeah.
This would be the only clue and only lead you found within 2 months of time.
So yeah, let's set a course. And I assume trying to study that command phrase he used for his demon host, did that turn up anything?
Go ahead and make a forbidden lore, either heretic or demon test. Or warp, you know.
Weird that those are all separate categories.
Yeah, they cover specific things. Like,
Yeah, if you can bear with me for one more second,
sure.
Let me just see what forbidden lore I want to take.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, I take that one that you just asked me for.
Can you toss me the stats on the heavy bolter?
Yeah, give me just...
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Forbidden lore, okay. Show me the subcategories, please.
Alright,
Please.
so let's see. So Watchmaker gives the order to head to Tilea. The navigator opens up his third eye, peers into the warp, and you can feel the Geller field activate as you slight tingle over your skin. The shutters that cover the windows begin to descend, and thunk. You can just kind of feel it shudder as they like clack, and the you can just feel the ship just fall into the warp. You're 40 out from Tilea, from what you've been told.
Alright. Sorry, bear with me. I keep having something to say and then it just leaves. Also, I'm going to go ahead and make it forbidden lore heresy. That seems like the most reasonable thing for our bag.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll Forbidden Lore or Heresy. The phrase, you're trying to remember it and piece together what you've learned studying Hussar's, the various like notes and journals and reports he submitted, because you would have been given access to that, and it's increased your knowledge and understanding of heresy and the warp and demons, but you're just not able to remember what he said exactly. You found yourself a bit distracted in the heat of the moment.
Understandable. Understandable. Have a nice day.
The ship's captain, Silas, up to you. My lord, will be within planet Tilea's atmosphere within the next 4 days.
Very good.
Do you need anything else from me, my lord?
I guess not at the moment. Nothing I can think of.
I shall return to the bridge then, my lord. He snaps his heels and marches out of your ready room, which is really just one of the larger storage rooms in this ship. It's not as nice as Hellsize ship.
I was gonna say, like, this thing is a refurbished scout cruiser. We'll get a strike cruiser in our staking collard greens another day.
One day you'll have a battleship, not today.
Watchmaker just kind of, he's already told the others, like, for the love of God, like, if you have to defer to me for rank in front of other people, do it. But, like, just, I'm Watchmaker. You guys know me. And also, I'm still getting used to this whole people clicking their heels at me and then marching crisply away.
Where Watchmaker did have people who were, again, like a range of polite to impolite, this is a whole new set of, like, deference. This is, please don't execute me for heresy level.
I'll think about it.
This is
tolerant. We're tolerant kind.
Does anybody want to do anything within those 4 days? Or shall we just fast forward to the planet Tilea?
I did. Obviously, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I had the idea to, before we set off into the warp, send out a request for equipment to arm the Inquisitorial cell for the upcoming engagement to make up for what we lost in the armory.
Okay. So and those are those requisition roles you've been doing, I'm assuming?
Yeah, and I wanted to gift everybody stuff, but I don't know if we're doing that.
I would say that you have placed the order for the gifts, and they just haven't been gathered just yet. Yeah, they're in transit.
Okay, so one of the things that I've been doing is tooling with a plasma gun that I've been working on. I did get another one with one of my rolls.
Okay.
And did you say, just to cut down on rolling, just it's okay to mod it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let you know what I pick, so it's not like I picked the 3 minus 50 to roll things.
All right. Did anybody else want to do anything within those 4 days?
Is there anything to really, like, not really do in those 4 days, but could, like, we kind of, like, look up information on this wasp guy, just, like, to see if we can figure out who it was who we're looking for?
Last wasp.
Sure. So I would say go ahead and make a flat intelligence or a logic with a +10 roll to just sort through all the information available to you.
I will try a logic with a +10 roll.
Yes.
All right. So looking over the files, you find the glass wasp is a agent of Hussar who worked on a ship that would transport broken materials, things to be recycled, and would go on a circuit of various planets to either pick it up or drop them off. He was pretty good at getting information and had led to a number of leads for Hussar, earning him a higher level of trust. He had stopped submitting reports about 8 years ago, and thus Hussar had declared him to be also like MIA, assumed killed.
But most likely not. It's
But
also, oops, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, that basically was the last bit, was that he had stopped reporting in, and thus Hussar had written him off.
Is that what Hussar officially reported? Because my thought is, if he's been planning this demon host shit for a long time, and he probably has, he could have marked him dead and kept using him for his heretical shit, and possibly not even told the informant that it was now heretical shit, not inquisitorial shit. The informant would never know. These
would all be in officially reported official reports, and there would be a few journals available that they had recovered from some of Hussar's like actual static locations, but for the most part, you're primarily pulling information from the publicly, like inquisitorial, publicly available information.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that any information that came from Hisar is tainted, and inform the gang accordingly. That's what I think, like sharing what we know. And I'm also going to suggest that if, in theory, he shouldn't be able to find out because he no longer has inquisitorial resources, but if he does, he might get a report that one of his old informants got arrested and go to silence him. So we're going to hustle to find the guy.
All right. Do you want to do anything else within the 4 days? I would say that ate up about a day to like just. Hasar's been an inquisitor a long time, and has a lot of data to like go through.
Yeah. I guess. Let's see.
Can't think of anything else that might be useful.
What about information about the planet that we're going to?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's another day.
Yeah, continue more information gathering.
Okay. This would be same roll. You'll get information. I just want to see how much you're gonna get.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
On what's it? Logic plus 10.
Yep.
Yep.
I can't wait to.
Wow.
Hey!
Tigo and Watchmaker are looking through information that Evord points out is out of date and shows newer information. So she was specifically looking up information about the planet Tilea.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So Evewood finding a more recent report that had just been buried under administrative, like basically like a whole bunch of administrative records. She found out the planet Tilea is an industrial world. It is primarily used as a recycling world where waste and destroyed material is brought there, smelted down, and then reprocessed to be then sent to a forge world or another planet, depending on what it is needed for. It's mostly just not quite considered a hive world, but it has several cities that would be hive-esque that are all interconnected by larger highway systems. Noted to have a rather high level of pollution.
Slip is dead. Nice.
All right. Did Gar want to do anything within the 4 days?
Not really. Are they ready to go?
Gar's Garly?
Yes.
Kind of like authorities are there on the planet?
I would say with that role you'd have a idea of the authorities. Planetary authority is approximately what you'd expect for an imperial world. They have a very small Arbites presence, but for the most part are not considered an important enough world to have anything beyond just like a standard Arbites precinct. It is primarily has a PDF defense force with local security forces dealing with their policing, and a planetary governor who is not a noble, but has been selected by a noble family to handle like the day-to-day needs of the planet.
Here's a thought. Are there records on what the informant gave or what kind of inquisitorial activity in this subsector or on that planet there were? Like, so we know what kind of shit happened around here?
Yeah, go ahead and make another roll, same as you had done just before.
Okay. What, really?
We can all roll for this, right?
I could do a flat intelligence, you said?
You can do flat intelligence if you'd like.
Flat intelligence
like there's-
plus 10, yeah.
I feel like
This-
there's a better chance.
Yeah, this would just be a case of okay.
Oh, right on the top.
Where Hasar would it would be a combination of both his handwriting being somewhat sloppy and difficult to decipher, in conjunction with the fact he uses a lot of acronyms and just various like ways to obscure his records and notes, Tico is able to find out that the informant was, in essence, really good at becoming friends with people and was able to kind of dangle like a lure to find out who was involved in any heretical stuff. Hussar notes that he did discover at least 3 different heretical cells that Hussar was then able to squash out.
Okay, are there details on those cells? Like, I'm thinking maybe we could find that maybe where he started his heresy if it was in this area. It's a maybe, but it's worth looking into.
The 3 different cells are noted as being on different planets. None of them relate to Tilea, and all the planets that the Glass Wasp mentions in the records indicate that it's all those planets would have code names, but the descriptions that Hussar does indicate don't point to Tilea. Tilea does look to just be a planet that hasn't either found any heretical cells or didn't have any in the time that the Glass Wasp was operating.
Very well. All right. So the next thing is we decide our order of engagement. I guess that's going to be something I have to do. This guy is our first lead and our only lead for a long time, so unless we have to, we're going to play this close to the chest in terms of us being Inquisitors. So we're going to keep pretending we're no ones and see what we can see.
And just remember that he's going to try to become your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Once he feels you're useful.
Let's get to manufacturing ourselves some cover identities. We probably shouldn't use the duelist school.
What happened to Dave, whatever?
I mean, Dave 3 was part of... He was part of Hellsight's, like, staff.
Yeah, guards or whatever.
One, basically a lot of, like, available Hellscythe tools got grabbed by other Inquisitors. You really don't want to be, like, an interrogator whose Inquisitor dies and not get picked up by another Inquisitor. So Dave 3 would have just been, well, basically like dodgeball picked out of a line by another Inquisitor. Like, you're on my...
You can dodge a ball.
More like, Dave 3, you're on my team.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of you... Well, actually, the rest of you got, like, inherited by Watchmaker. Fortunately, Watchmaker doesn't quite know the game of how to be an Inquisitor just yet.
Yeah, he also doesn't intend to be a dick. That can come after 100 years of bullshit.
So, just out of nowhere, that's the first Dave to survive.
It is.
I mean, a 33% success rate.
I mean, that's really high for a Dave.
I mean, that's probably higher odds than some Imperial Guard regiments.
Be right back. I'm gonna throw some water on for tea.
Okay.
I'll be fast.
So that's we should that Dave's can be that is like the living Saint Dave. Oh, toss me the Bolter stats.
Oh, right. I'll do that right now.
All right. And so we'll use the last day to have you just like try and develop some cover identities.
To the random name generator.
All right. We don't want to do the sword school. I'm just going to assume that we have 0 operational security, and anything that we know about how we operate, Hussar knows how we operate.
Give me the rundown on that planet again. Like it's pretty much a recycling thing, right? So
Yep.
I was just thinking some we're trying to become up and coming something.
Tilea is an industrial world whose job is, people bring in trash and waste, and Tilea will recycle it and make it into a more usable form, and then that will be shipped out to either a forge world to be then turned into more weapons or whatever, or to other worlds depending on what it actually is needed, like whatever it is. And they have they do have a manufacturing sector themselves.
I was just wondering if it could be don't really want to play the space trader thing because we've done that too. It's kind of almost like a low-key like shipping company or something. That we're just like shipping the stuff over. And we're
You know
just
what we could
waiting.
do? We could act as smugglers because we have an unlicensed, unmarked ship,
That's a good idea.
and we can manufacture whatever credentials we want for it to look the right kind of suspicious for a smuggler, and we can see if we can find that guy because we know he's got connections. That's our cover story.
Okay.
So that way we can also just act like, no, we're not smugglers, and then if they don't believe us, they can be like, aha, you're smugglers, not aha, you're Inquisition. That's using your noggin.
We can be smugglers. We certainly will look the part.
We can smug if we want to.
Let's see.
Just reminds me of that black. I think it was it Assassin's Creed Black Flag? I think it's like the first big island where like you hail some people who are like, smuggle's a funny word.
I'll be right back.
I'm going to forget my name. I'm like, trying to come up with one.
Ogit instead of Tigo.
Corbin.
Corbin. Okay.
Or wait, no, I'm thinking. Or Shabazz. Oh, God.
Cover names.
Yep. You're all gonna be smugglers. At least that's what Watchmaker has decided for you.
Because we have an unmarked, like unregistered ship. It's a good idea.
I would just grab like a name generator and like utilize
that's
that.
That's literally what I'm doing right now.
I'll be Ellie Stanzi.
Ellie Stancy. Okay.
First, like set of like 10 names that popped up in this quick generator were all women.
I will be Ruthless Sergio.
Oh no, not my mouse.
God.
What happened to your mouse?
My mouse went flying.
But why?
I don't know. A ghost.
Spoopy.
I'm gonna write this down. Ellie Stanzi. Alright, my tea water should be done now.
All right.
Have some tea. Ahaha, is Tuesday in there?
Let's see here. Okay. So you would have basically developed color identities to be smugglers. Did you want to do anything else?
Let's see.
Yeah, I got my cover identity.
We know what the local power structure looks like. We know what the local economy looks like. We know what the smuggler's identity was, or rather not the informant's identity. I guess spend some time just making ourselves look the part so we don't look like we're in like Inquisitorial Death Squad gear, even though we're using Inquisitorial Death Squad gear. Just kind of look a little, set up disguises to look a little grubbier and a little more hard fought instead of like
Okay.
a cell of Inquisitorial acolytes.
All right. Yeah. You and you do have like staff on the ship that would be able to assist you with various things like that. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna have them bother like rolling anything for that. So they scuff up your gear in a way that like looks like it's seen somewhere, but isn't going to actually affect the quality.
Good. And we've got not our paperwork, but the equivalent.
This is my identity.
All right.
Yusuf.
Yosef Edwards.
Tigo looks nothing like a Yusuf.
And then I'm sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
I was gonna say we've already basically falsified records and papers for our cover, right?
What did you want to? I guess like your identity, like your. I guess how would I want to say this? Your legal identity.
Yeah, like a legal identity for if we have to do like landing procedures or something at the starport. If people look into us, they'll find records that corroborate our story about being free traders who are smugglers.
Okay. The captain of the ship would just bring out a data set like, here's any of the paperwork needed to bypass landing procedures. As I've been informed, sir, your inquisitorial rosette is in fact a piece of technology that can interface with various devices and has a built-in administrator overwrite.
Sick.
That would be bio-coded to you and your use alone, my lord.
Thank you.
And he, once again, snaps his heels and heads back to the bridge.
I'm used to that.
All right. So around this point, the intercom over the ship indicates arriving at destination, dropping out of warp, and you feel like that weird sensation of like a bit of weightlessness as the ship comes out of the warp and heads back into real space. The tingle of the Geller field drops, and the plating over the windows starts to rise again. You look out the window to see the planet Tilea.
Alright. Everything looked normal as far as orbital activity and the surface, etc.
The surface of the planet is, from what you can see, looks normal. It is a very like dark brown color with what you determine to be lots of cloud coverage, very thick brown and black clouds.
Planet smog.
The orbital traffic looks to be normal. You don't see any fire from any weapons from any ships or any of the defense platforms. As far as you can tell, it looks pretty normal. The captain voxes over to you. We transmitted the free trader landing code, sir. The port authority has accepted it. We are prepared to send you down in a shuttle when you're ready.
Alright, final preparations, people. Let's do this.
The landing craft is waiting at your pleasure, my lord.
Alright, I will,
It's polished.
I shall embark.
Polishing my axe for weeks.
It's so shiny.
Shiny and chrome. Ouch.
You board the landing craft. Intercom aboard the landing craft. So you got a promotion, I see.
That I did. Still with me?
I figured you know where to go. Haven't had a weird promotion like this in a while.
Your promotion is on hold as promotion 2.
So, whereabouts we landing, my lord?
We have authority to make for the spaceport.
A few spaceports along the planet. Whereabouts on planet we going?
What's the largest hub?
I got a capital city. Is that where you're looking for? Well, where are we going, my lord? Where should I? If you don't mind me asking.
This is a question to you. Did we have a locale where the guy operated out of the spaceports, or should we just aim for the biggest one?
The only information you were given was that a local ganger had said that he knew of the Glass Wasp and that the Glass Wasp was a heretic.
Right, and he got taken into custody. So we're going to the nearest place to that precinct so we can question
Get him out of custody.
Okay. Yep. You would have been given that precinct number, and so Ban Hogel would just put those coordinates in and then start piloting the ship. So you feel the ship kind of lurch out of the makeshift hangar of this scout vessel, at which point it descends through the clouds, and looking out the windows, like you can see like over like the horizon and like the outer atmosphere of the planet. Then you hit the clouds and it's completely covered, and the windows themselves end up with like a thick coating of dirt and smog and like this
Pollution.
oily
It looks like
substance.
the inside of a data closet at the plant.
It's Where the crew of the ship had been kind of dirtying up the hull of your landing vessel, you realize now that was completely redundant. After a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes, the ship descends through the cloud covering, through the thicker bits. It's still pretty hazy, but you can see the silhouette of the various spires and smokestacks of the Tilea city. And the ship ends up slowly touching down on a spaceport. Von Hogel's boxes through. I don't like using the sensors so much for these landings. I like to give it the old eyeball 1.0, as it were.
Instrument landings. I've done instrument artillery, but that's another story. Okay.
Well, I've sent over the map of the city to your data slate, my lord.
Thank you.
Shall I stay or return back to the ship, my lord?
How long was our trip down?
It's about 15 minutes.
Go ahead and return to the ship. We're going to keep in contact with you. If we lose contact, come back down for another landing, so we'll be ready for a hot evac if we need it.
Understood, my lord. And you step out of your landing vessel into a thick cloud of pollution. The ship closes back up, sucking in a big portion of that cloud, and takes off. The engine's sputtering a little bit as they attempt to get some measure of oxygen in them. You see a lot of people on this landing pad. They've seen ships come and go. Yours wasn't unusual. They mill around. Most of them have like some kind of breathing apparatus or covering, goggles especially, to make sure that they
can see.
Yep.
We should probably get some of that for the rest of the trip. Also, I hate to do this to you guys again, but I have to run to the bathroom very badly.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Our first mission is literally a jailbreak.
I'm gonna get some honey.
I just need to get the guy out of jail.
That's probably something I should talk.
Everybody knows.
I mean,
Murder for justice.
I mean,
That's-
we're good for odd jobs.
That's probably something else. Your new Inquisitor should determine who's his second in command, or does he even have one?
Probably Gar, because he can talk to people and command them to do stuff instead of me killing them.
Well,
I'm just going. I'm
Depends
just
on what kind of a
second in command he wants.
crew we want to have.
some Inquisitor retinues do have like a
We like to-
interrogator.
Everyone's an interrogator. It's interrogation by democracy.
Oh, that doesn't. Democracy and 40k don't mix. All right. Well, while Eve and Watchmaker are silent, lost in thought, where's Tigo and Gar bringing them?
I feel that we should just get like some kind of accommodations to and go from there.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Let's get a motel room.
Yeah, let's just go get
Okay.
Smugglerish.
You could do like an inquiry roll or an awareness roll to try and find a local like hotel.
Let's do it makes the most sense in this.
I live.
You person, where's the nicest hotel for us smugglers types? God Jesus.
Just guy who asks. Oh.
Can I roll again and ask somebody that looks more intelligent?
Well, I would wait and see if anybody else's inquiry roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try inquiry as well. Jesus. How do you
What?
do, fellow smugglers?
I can click buttons. Click.
Yes.
There we fucking go.
where the rest of the retinue had looked around trying to find a hotel, really nobody knows. This isn't a planet where you like visit for long periods of time. But Gar is eventually able to find a location where transit workers will come and stay for a week or longer if they need to, and is able to point. It's about half a kilometer from the landing pad. The guy warns you it's in one of the lower sections, and that's where the pollution on this planet does two things. It either rises up because it's lighter than air, or it sinks down because it's heavier than air.
Ah.
And right now you're in a funny little band that's relatively clean.
Relatively. Well, let's go there for the workers' quarters, because they'll probably also have, like, goggles and wraps and breathing apparatus, so we don't leave this with black lung.
You can get cybernetic lung. Actually, I think that literally is a thing.
With our fucking influence rolls, it'd probably be like, best I can do is give you an iron lung with legs. It's
Yeah.
Ghetto dreadnought it.
And it's your legs.
They do, in fact, have a bionic respiratory system. Alright. So, the planet is relatively busy. Not hive world thick in terms of population. A lot of people don't like to be out in the street if they can avoid it.
Understandable.
So you're able to eventually push through, going down back alleys, various roads, and are able to find your way to the workers' quarters. The sign is a very dim, vacant light above it, and the actual sign displaying the name has been covered up with a layer of dirt, and you're not quite able to make it out by just eyeballing it.
This is the place.
Inside, you find a clerk at the front desk smoking a low stick, reading some kind of magazine. As you enter in, the little doorbell, ding ding. He looks up from his magazine. Looking for a room?
Yep.
Alright. It's gonna be it's 23rd tonight for a room.
How many rooms you got?
Got 3 rooms.
I'll put down 60 for now, and then I'll also just have a bag of thrones that I just toss up and down and say we might be here a while, and then just toss it to him.
Alright.
This man loves his job.
Yeah.
He hands you like these keys. He hands you 3 keys. They're your rooms. They're down the hall.
Cool. Let's go.
Goes back to his magazine.
That's probably the best
Magazine
NPC
guards.
interaction we've ever had in this game.
He's just doing his job and he can't wait to go home.
Shockingly loudly, Gar's like, "The Emperor smiles on you!" as he takes the keys.
He like actually looks up at that. Okay. Puts out his glow stick in his like in an ashtray that is just filled to the top with glow sticks. Goes back to reading his magazine.
Alright, let's go check out our rooms and do a quick sweep for paranoid shit like usual.
You find the 3 rooms. All 3 are next to each other. The rooms themselves are generally like scheduled off in blocks. The rooms themselves are not the cleanest. Probably about what you'd expect from, honestly, the rooms you rented when your very first mission. So
I was gonna say, yeah, this isn't inquisitorial digs, but that's all right. I haven't had a chance to put on airs yet.
the rooms themselves relatively dirty. Any cleaning that's done is sporadic at best, and there's a slight puff of like outside dust as the air filter on the outside kind of like sputters on and off. The room itself, each one has a one-person bed followed by a couch. There is a bathroom down the hall.
I'm gonna do a a quick casual top-bottom sweep, etc. Indulge my
Okay.
paranoia.
Do either an awareness or a security.
Let's see. I think security's intelligence. I'm just gonna do awareness. Much better.
Okay. Watchmaker, having been in the Inquisition for a while now, plus having access to the scanner, is able to just sweep the room top to bottom. It doesn't appear to be bugged from what he can tell, and it looks like the electrical wiring, needs to be redone.
You know what? I'll do that just for the moment.
The wiring is embedded in the wall. Watchmaker would have to actually either get into a crawl space or open up a hole in the wall.
Get that. They'll make you pay for damages.
Yeah, probably.
They weren't even there.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll just grungy fuck it for a while. And then we find out that if it's like a Sierra King's Quest game where if you don't fix the fan on day one, you die of carbon monoxide poisoning in your sleep.
God.
This would be more like a fire.
You made me remember those days.
This would be more like a fire, because you use the lamp.
I love lamp.
Do you love lamp?
I love lamp.
But you have yourselves 3 rooms. And, well, actually that means one person is sharing a room.
No preference, but I would suggest a melee person be in the room with me in case they try to gank our shooter. I operate on max paranoia.
You should really embrace your Inquisitor status and be like, I will have a room all to myself. And a spare room to store my coat. The 3 of you have your own room.
That sounds like something Selena would have said.
It does, doesn't it? No, I'm gonna save being a comical dick Inquisitor for another game. Watchmaker's too fucking pragmatic.
Okay.
For now, maybe a couple of decades he'll fucking get complacent and become a hedonistic dickhead.
And they have his own demon host.
With blackjack and hookers. And forget the demon host.
You know, there are in fact rules to getting a demon host.
I know. But
And if you did want to do any heretical shit, I'm actually not gonna I won't
Say
flat
no.
out deny it. You just have to live with the consequences of your actions.
The game will go on
Horrible
forever.
consequences.
Hey, having a demon host works out great until it doesn't.
That's like most things.
fucking texts from Warhammer.
But so you have 3 rooms, semi-clean.
You literally have 3 melees.
Yeah, so 1 melee to each room, and then I'll just grab a room. I'll grab a room in the middle, so if we happen to have a fight, I'll be in the middle so I can run out and support.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. You can occasionally hear people coughing throughout the rest of the hotel. The walls are somewhat thin.
Is this your apartment in Mass, Ian?
No, my apartment in Mass was actually pretty nice, except for the thin walls. And it was only one freaking...
Oh, the football guy.
It was him, yeah. The other neighbor was perfectly quiet.
The football guy. That sounds like a story in itself.
Who fucking plays loud-ass rock music on 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning?
That fucker.
Football player.
Okay, well,
Someone who's
we've got
been up all
our
night.
we've got our base of operations. Let's So we do need to get the guy out of prison. It's not impossible that we can literally rock up and I can just slap the rosette down on the front desk. But I want to try to avoid that if possible. Just play it subtle as long as we can. So
We
Guard,
do know
you think
which person, right?
yeah, we know the precinct number.
You'd have the precinct number, and you actually would have been given the ganger's name.
That's good.
It would all have been in that report that was sent to you.
Would I be able to get a sense? This place kind of feels like a backwater. Would I be able to get a sense of if the PDF and/or the local Arbites are kind of on the take, or if they're non-corrupt?
You wouldn't have an idea without actually looking for information. Just the report you have about the planet is what was sent out to the rest of the Imperium for basically like administrative purposes and would have been put in the best light.
Yeah, so let's go take the temperature of the area and see if we can figure out if the cops are bent, and if so, we can literally walk in and say, "Here's money, give us this guy."
And these aren't. And this was the local police force, not the Arbites. The Arbites do have a precinct. It is not in this city.
It's not this one. Okay, so it's not the Arbites who are holding him. It's literally just regular cops.
Yep.
Well, let's go and meet the neighbors. Any suggestions from the rest of you guys?
Should mention. Goodbye, Dave 3.
Dave 3 was plunged into the warp when he was removed from the game.
Dave 3 lived happily ever after with his
New
his
Inquisitor.
Found a wife.
His newfound wife, Dave Vetta.
You have
Had
no sense
some
of
kids.
justice. Enjoy your new wife.
This is just like the thought that keeps you going. It's like, I'm doing it for Dave 3.
Like, fucking like pulling yourself up, broken in body on a battlefield for your last stand, thinking of Dave 3.
Don't worry, Dave 4 will soon arrive.
So what do you want to do?
You want me to do something?
Well, my feeling was, let's go see if the local cops are corrupt enough that we could literally just bribe them to give us the guy who's got to lead to the informant, or even just time with them. We can either walk in and try to bribe them, we could walk in and try to bluff them, we could walk in and try to bully them, or we could see if they're just corrupt by walking around and figuring that out with some time.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about that? Because I was just gonna kind of do a walkabouts and see if we notice the signs of cops on the take.
We can try that, and if not, we can just go bully them, because that's what we do best.
I feel for a little bit for Selena Escher now that it's my responsibility to shepherd Tico away from opportunities to cause bloodshed for its own sake. Oops, accidental cornate.
Selena was like first introduced into the Inquisition, wide-eyed, optimistic, idealistic.
I'm gonna try a scrutiny to read the streets, if you think that's fair, or would it be something else?
No, that could be. You could do like a scrutiny or an inquiry in order to like get the information you're looking for.
I'll try a scrutiny.
Okay.
We all try this?
Yes.
Alright.
Actually, I lied. Selena was never bright-eyed and idealistic. She was like House Escher, so she definitely would have been like a drug dealer.
I did inquiry.
Wow, damn.
As the street people.
You're like, why did you make Inquisitor? This is how you fucking do it.
Let's see here. Gar sees people on the street. They're doing street people things.
Just inside Gar's head, it's our house in the middle of our house, looping forever.
It's our house.
Watchmaker is able to see various police officers going throughout their they're in uniform. They have like the helmet, goggles, rebreather on, patches that say Tilea security, and you see him going about.
Oh, can I use my rebreather?
Just a second.
Yes.
The cat is yowling extremely loud.
Okay.
What I do.
Wait, oop, wrong button. Buddy, what was that about?
All right.
What's up?
I guess I'm going to use my rebreather.
Yeah, you can use your rebreather. The rest of you are able to see that the police officers, kind of just eyeballing local businesses. Police officers go to the businesses, and you see them actually being handed over, you see one guy go to a street food vendor, get handed food as well as an envelope.
All right, so it's that kind of town. Let's head to the precinct.
Okay. So you head, you know where the precinct is. You were given a map. As you head through the streets, they, open, narrow. You do actually see larger streets that are the interconnecting highways, the occasional car, motorcycle running through them. But you were able to find, by just walking, about 2 kilometers, you're able to arrive at the precinct where the local police are.
All right, let's head in. Guard, you want to talk first, or should I?
Sure. Who do we got?
They're
We're
corrupt. They're
we're
correct.
going to the police station now that we've seen that the cops are dirty, and we're going to try to get them to accept a bribe to either let us take the guy who knows where the informant is, or just question him.
I'll bribe the shit out of some cops.
Okay.
Hell
That's
yeah.
because Plan C is I kill cops.
Yeah.
The
Plan C, we do not want to get to Plan C.
Let's make it a bribery.
Plan C will actually be where I intimidate.
Just
Okay.
Gar like, all cops are bastards. Just chain axe.
D is for like death.
you.
See,
But I guess you're like the ultimate space. No, I guess you're like Space Gestapo. Space Stasi. Entering into the precinct, you arrive at the front desk. There is a police officer there who's manning the station. Behind him is just a selection of like desks and various like criminals yelling at cops. One guy attempting to like get out of his handcuffs, and just like two police just like strike him with like a baton in his legs and then in the head and just drag him into like a holding cell. It's a rather chaotic, loud situation. The officer at the front desk is like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, officer. We humble traders would like to speak with you.
All right. About what?
We require a conversation with an inmate that might be here, and we think you might be able to help us. As I slide some coins clandestinely across the table.
Make a charm test.
I will fate that charm test.
Okay.
This is bullying.
Don't you have like a
thing for
retry
that?
thing? Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that.
I was trying to remember.
Can I use that fate point to auto succeed instead, Ian?
Uh.
Or have I already done it?
No. I would say you could. Yeah.
If only because you forgot about it.
Yeah. Well, you just forgot about it in this case. I would just say remember for next time.
Yeah, I really gotta remember I have it.
There is a lot of rules. I like the Dark Heresy game, but damn, there's a lot of fiddly rules. It's not like Shadowrun bad, but
I mean, at least we're not using like pinning tests every time somebody fires an automatic weapon in combat.
this is true. Yeah.
Thank God.
All right.
We'd be on mission 3 still.
Gar hands over the bag, envelope, whatever, of thrones. Guy takes it. A little light, don't you think? Gar hands over a little bit more money. All right, who are you looking for?
And what was the guy's name?
The guy at the front.
Dossier.
The guy on the dossier would be Nix Detter.
Okay, and that's the guy that they have in custody.
Yep.
Bring me next dinner.
Nix Detter.
I said Nick's deader, not Nick's dinner.
Here, cop pulls up his cogitator, looks through. All right, you're in luck. He's sent into an execution cell. It looks like you got here in the right time.
Indeed.
That's a very well named guy we need to see then.
Yeah, local ganger for the. He looks through the Skull Crew. All right,
What's he being executed for?
general mischief. We picked him up running drug deals out of the Habs lab. So
Gold Hap Slab.
If I need to get him not executed in order to make him talk, is that something we could arrange?
I mean, you want him for like a few minutes, or like, what do you want him for? If you
Well, when is his execution?
scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah. In order to get the info out of him, I might need to persuade him using his life.
I mean, do you want him out of the cell permanently, or do you just need to talk to him for a few minutes?
Let's play it by ear, but if we do happen to need him, and I will make an influence check to slide some sum of money over to him.
All right.
We'll keep that option open. And speaking of keeping things open, maybe you could toss me a copy of that rap sheet.
Oh yeah. He prints out a bunch of paper. So you print out, starts you hearing like the Xerox machine noise.
It's coming out of a servo skull that's got like a ream of paper floating, like feeding into it in the back and coming out the mouth.
Just.
Like the teeth chatter for each line of the typing.
And it just like spits out a CVS receipt worth of a rap sheet. And you tear it off.
It's like Tio kind of remembers somebody long, long ago in a previous life printing a lot of triangles about that thick.
Around this point,
organ footing. What the hell is miscellaneous? No, never mind.
The front desk officer calls up another officer, a newbie. Comes up, yes, Sarge. It's like show these guys to execution cell 4. It's like, okay, follow me. I'll bring you right here. The sergeant at the front desk also hands Watchmaker the rap sheet.
Cool. So now we've got that on him.
And the police officer, are you a friend of his? Are you here to like give him last rites, find his will?
That depends entirely on how sorry he is for what he's done.
From what I told, he sang like a bird to avoid getting a beating.
Could be useful.
Yeah. Brings you to the here we are. Execution cell 4.
Do we remember the way to the south? We need to come back.
Yeah, it was just down a couple halls.
Okay, so yeah, let's go in there and maybe let Gar steer, depending on how cooperative this guy is.
All right. The officer takes out a set of keys, opens up the door, opens it up, and the room is empty.
I knew it.
What is the meaning of this?
He pulls out the sheet on the front of the door. Looks like he was signed out by some friends the other day. Yeah, he was, yeah, looks like he was given forgiveness by local authorities and thus was released.
Ian, if you pulled the case with a very nice con on us, I'm going to kill you.
Not quite, but yeah, you got paperwork's all in order.
All right, let me
Does
see
it have?
that.
Is there a name? I was gonna say, is there a name on that paperwork? Who signed them out?
Yeah. So
Bakers.
let's see here.
See, at least we didn't go around like the whole town to get to this at the end of the like session.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
So this is
Thomas.
yeah. So this is signed out. So the officer who signed the release was Officer Connor Thomas.
Okay.
The
Is
name
he-
of the person who picked him up, though.
Doesn't say.
I'm gonna look over the sheet. What does it say?
The sheet was signed in for basically like Nick's debtor was signed in, scheduled for execution. There's various sections where they signed off the interrogations. There's a couple smudges of blood next to a cute, like the signing out of when the interrogation ended. And then at the bottom, it says that the heresy, he was picked up for a, there was like a mix-up. The crime he was arrested for is not what he's guilty of. And the fine has been paid and he's been released. Signed out by Officer Connor Thomas.
Okay. Do you know this Connor Thomas?
Yeah, he's on night shift. He should be here in the next hour or so.
All right.
We're gonna wait for him.
Does your coffee machine work? It's like a used car dealership.
Just spits out some like recaf and then like a little.
What's the meaning of this? The lines are clogged. Do you even clean this?
No.
Just like fucking waves his chain axe in the air.
You even coffee?
After about an hour, waiting in the office area, you see a officer with the name tag Thomas on it come in.
All right, let's flag him down.
Yeah? Wait, you looking for me?
Yeah, we are. We're looking for some more information about a prisoner you signed off on the release of.
What's it to you?
Well, he's in a lot of trouble, and let me see. How do I want to lean into this?
You're not mad, you're just disappointed.
He's in a lot of trouble, and he needs a strong talking to.
Watchmaker's like, please don't threaten him, Tigo. Please don't threaten him, Tigo. Please don't threaten him, Tigo.
Let me repeat that. You new here? Let me repeat that in a different way. What's it to you? He pats his like pocket.
Here you go, you fucking.
What are you, his friends? Some of his friends already signed him out.
Yeah, who were those friends?
Some skull crew.
What do you know about the Skull Crew?
Local motorbike gang.
Where do they hang out?
They get a few places, mostly mobile. They don't like to stick down in one spot, so they tend to hit bar to bar throughout the different cities of this Tilea.
They follow a pattern?
Wherever the winds take them, according to them. I don't care. I picked up a debtor on a drug charge down in one of the Habs labs. Apparently sold some bad shit, and somebody got mad, so couldn't play for local protection, so we brought him in. His friends paid for him. Poor bastard. Probably would have better off getting a bullet through the skull as opposed to whatever they're going to do when they found out he sang.
Well, we need him, so... What can you tell me about the guys who turned him out? Anything? Aside from what their gang affiliation is?
Oh, don't I have a...
You do, you're law enforcement.
I have some... I thought I had underworld knowledge. I do. Does that
Yeah.
count?
Yeah, go ahead and break underworld check.
Yeah, but she got
Wow. Okay. Eward, hearing the name Skull Crew, and just knowing a few of the places to check and the different ways motorcycle gangs work, she would know that the Skull Crew would be motorbike gang. They generally will travel a lot in order to avoid getting picked up by police and getting pinned down by other rival gangs. And especially thinking about the different the highways here, they would make pretty good time on their motorbikes. She would also know that they probably would have a selection of people they would know and locations they would visit that would repeat.
Okay, so let's,
Can you tell us anything specific about the appearance of the people that picked him up?
Yeah, they're picked up by Skull Crew Enforcer, Pew Pew Buster.
Fucking 40k ganger names.
Yeah, trust me, I don't think he picked that name.
Pew Pew Buster.
Anyway, say your friend Nick's Deader there, they got the local gang tattoo. It's a skull, it's on fire, there's two cross bolters under it, and there's a motorcycle. Trust me, it's the most ostentatious thing I've ever seen.
How about the guy himself? What does he look like?
Scrawny little fuck. Your good friend Nix here is your standard drug dealer who is, by some virtue of luck or probably bad luck, a member of the Skull Crew. I would assume it's because he can worm his way out of any bullshit he finds himself in. You know what? Fuck it. He just goes to a cognitive inference out here. Last known associates, last known locations.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
And, tell you what, if you happen to see him before we do, if you want to take him in and keep him alive in a cell for us, there is a generous second helping of Thrones where that came from. And that goes for the whole precinct.
Make a charm test.
Eh? Aw.
very charming.
Yeah, that's a lot of thrones you're offering there. I mean, maybe
Extremely generous, says Gar.
like, okay. I'll tell you what. You give me a retainer, and I'll have some boys collar him next time we find him.
I think we could do that.
Alright,
Influence,
cool.
or do we just kind of fluff it?
Nope. Go ahead. Just make an influence test.
Wow.
You just hand him a thick bunch of like a thick bag of thrones. It's like, okay, yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll have some boys out looking for him. See if we can find anything. In the meantime, you got what you need.
And don't let anyone else check him out.
I don't
Trust me,
know.
whatever they offer you, we can pay a hell of a lot more than double if we have to.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you first dibs. If anybody comes trying to looking to get him out again, I'll let you know.
Perfect.
And you can match their offer.
Appreciate that. We'll give him some contact information. We probably have some kind of burner. I almost said link burl, but that's FF14. Burner comm beads.
Yeah, you would have like a frequency you could use.
Yeah, so I'll just give him that to give us a ping.
Okay. So you looking at the list of names. You see he's got a few people on the list who are known associates who would have a rap sheet. So you have Dagbleeder, Zon Ver, David Murphy with the additional note brother, and Pew Buster.
That one is my fucking... Did you really get that on a random roll?
No, dude, I personally made that one.
I figured, because Pew Pew Buster sounds like a Mega Man thing.
I wanted you to have a lark.
Aw.
Now, if David Murphy would have came out as Charlie Murphy,
Charlie Murphy!
Uh,
David Murphy sounds like a former coworker.
I don't think so. That one was from a random name generator. Last known locations, he's known to hang out around the Last Round Bar. He was collared at the Hablock EJ52 and is known to frequent the Fixer Up garage.
Alright, let's go and start investigating.
Okay.
Let's, what time of day is it?
This would be night, so this would be early evening.
this would be when they go to the bars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds like a great time to hit up the last round.
Okay. And you were given a map, so you would be able to find the last round without too much trouble. Plus, it does give an address on the sheet itself, like that you were given.
Yeah. Alright, let's continue Operation Rap City.
Rap City, bitch.
Rap instead of rack.
All right. Last bar is a few blocks. Actually, this would be close. Like this would be farther away from the precinct, as they don't quite like to operate around a lot of cops. So you're gonna have to travel about like 2 hours in order to get there, unless you wanted to take like a car or something.
Yeah, we can literally just hire a cab, or... Yeah, no, we'll hire a cab. I thought about bringing down my fucking car again, but that feels a little weird.
You haven't used it in a while.
To be fair, I'm not even sure we transferred it off a Hellsight's ship onto ours.
That would have been like your personal, or yeah, I guess that would have been your personal property, so that would have actually traveled with you.
Cool.
So yeah.
That is an option.
Sutton is the cab driver.
Get in.
So wait, are we using your car? How like nondescript is your car?
It is an armed vehicle, so...
This is like the kind of car like it's a Jeep with a gun on the mounted to the back of it.
Technical.
So maybe not the best idea.
Nah, not yet. So yeah, let's just hire local transport. They've got to have something.
Yep. You flag down a local cab, and guy swings by, picks you up. Where are you heading to?
We're heading to the Last Round Bar.
Rough crowd. Flips on the counter, and then the cab takes off. You get there in about 30 minutes. Just traffic and like people crossing the street. He like honking their horn at them slamming their hand on the front of the car.
I'll give him a little extra to stay around in case we need a sudden getaway.
Yeah, make an influence at like a +20. Doesn't make a lot of money a night.
I mean,
Yeah.
You would really have to be bad to fail that one.
I just wanted to see.
Imagine if you rolled a 100 on that. Inquisitor fails to give enough money to a cab driver.
Do you accept the Inquisitorial Black Card?
2 million thrones. Okay, can I, I'd like to rent it. Sure, but there's a down payment of 2 million thrones.
He hand him like some more thrones. He's like, sure. I'll keep cycling the block. You don't want to like stop a vehicle in this neighborhood.
Good call.
And so you let you out. You see him kind of slowly going around the block. The last round. Actually, go ahead and make an awareness,
I will make an awareness.
just to see how much information you get. Local Inquisitor fails to see.
Even with the freaking thing, I would have failed.
I don't have everything man stats yet. It's a work in progress. My fellowship is 30. That's got to get fixed.
Inquisitor not good at talking to people. Well, that's why you have people
I've
for
got guard for that. I don't have to talk to people. I have
Exactly.
a gun.
All
He
right.
charms them, he commands them, and then I kill them.
Watchmaker, you do see like a kind of it says he describes a rough crowd. You see like a lot of motorcycles that are parked out front, with a guy who's like watching over them, make sure nobody like bothers. Eve definitely is used to seeing this kind of crowd in her former job. It's a lot of like motorcycle gangers who do have like their gang patch, and you do see that it's primarily the Skull Crew guys, or at least a branch of them. And actually, looking at the sign, you'd see that it's been painted over. It currently says the Last Round Bar, but you do see the old sign faded. It used to say the Thirsty Rocks.
Fuck you.
And you do see that they're all staring at you. You get the idea they don't normally see a cab drop off people in this neighborhood.
Let's see. Do we see any of our guys?
You were just given names. You didn't actually have pictures.
Okay, and I assume we don't see the guy we got the mug shot for.
No, you don't see Nix.
Any shit.
Let's try, while I'm throwing influence around, I'm going to try one more influence roll and say, around to everybody in the Skull Crew.
Okay.
Wow, just barely.
So you go into the bar. Everyone looks at you as you enter, and you just yell, "I'm buying everyone around." You pull out your coin purse. You're like,
They
I have.
immediately mug me.
You just slide over like just enough.
Like, I counted out on the thing.
And bartender is like, all right, round for the bar. Where everyone was kind of looking at you suspiciously, now they're like, all right. And kind of go back to their drinks as like waitress goes around just bringing beers to everyone.
Nice. Guard, you want to dive in while I people watch, and we can have Tigo post up near the exit so nobody can slip out, and we can put Eve on the back in case there's a back entrance.
Can I stealth by the exit? This way I'm kind of like inconspicuous then.
So do you want to be at like the front entrance where you you entered in from, or do you want to go to like the back leading out like the emergency exit?
Because I think that's where somebody that doesn't want to get caught would leave.
Yeah. The back exit would be down like a small hallway where you do see like a bathroom, like it leads into a bathroom, as well as like a door that says like exit on it. And you kind of get the idea that it like leads out to an alleyway. Whereabouts do you want to post up by that back exit?
Probably by that hallway. Is there any doors in that hallway?
There is only the door leading into a bathroom, a door leading into like the like back area where the bar the bar is, and then just the door actually leading out into the hall, the alleyway.
I'm picturing the Anarch bar from Vampire the Masquerade right now.
Kinda, yeah.
Is there a way I can like watch like people coming into this hallway as well as the normal exit?
They would be like the entrance that you entered in from and the back exit would be kind of across from each other, and you just wouldn't quite have a sight line unless you were like unless you like sat directly in the entrance to the hall.
Okay, so I'll just keep watching the back exit then.
Okay.
And I stealth roll that, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty darker. It's a bit darker back there, like more shadowed.
Okay.
So you just kind of like pretend you're going to the bathroom, but go ahead and roll stealth.
You pretend you're going to the bathroom, but you don't wash your hands.
All right. Tigo goes to head into the bathroom, opens up the door, but then like sneaks into a back corner and covers up with a cameline cloak.
Nice.
As far as you're aware, you think you're pretty stealthy. It is a very tight hallway, but it's also relatively darker, so it's going to be a little difficult for people to see if they do go down that way. Bartender comes up to you. She doesn't have like any like the motorcycle gang patches, but she's covered in tattoos. Head shaved bald with just like a little bit of fuzz, and does have like tattoos on her lip, nose, and up one ear like the entirety of the way. Like, what can I get you?
What do you serve?
Yeah, go ahead.
Beer.
Get us beer.
Get you 2 beers.
Nice.
Just big mugs of them. Bunk, bunk. Guy sidles up to you. He's like, hey, man, you got a lot of money. You, looking to score? I got what you need, man.
I'm gonna look this guy over for the ostentatious tattoo of the Skull Crew.
Yeah, go ahead and make an awareness. This guy is patchless. He has a leather jacket on, but there's no motorcycle gang tattoos. And actually, you do see what remains of a tattoo on his neck that had been removed, and it was not done gracefully.
Ah, so this guy might be a former member?
I guess that's up for you to find out.
It's true.
I got what you need, man. You got some Obscura. I got like fucking Spook. I got Stim. I got Trank.
Your old boys know you're here?
Nah, man, they know I'm here. That's nothing you gotta worry about. Look, man, I got what you need. I know you got the money. You pay for round from this bar.
That's true. I did, and I do. But, I need information more than Obscura right now.
I got what you got, man. What you want? Tell me what you want. I got you.
You an old member of the Skull Crew?
Make a charm test.
Hooray!
You're charming.
No, not currently. Jumped the gun a little. Thought I had gotten in. I was wrong, and I learned my lesson. But I'm gonna be in soon. Don't worry. That's why they let me deal here.
Oh god, he fucking got himself the tattoo before they initiated him, so they tore it off.
Yeah.
What an idiot. Is he really trustworthy?
I mean, he's
No.
selling us drugs. I don't think trust comes into the equation.
I mean, in terms of not pissing this whole gang off at you.
No, man. They're gonna let me. I just gotta get like my sponsor, man, and then they'll let me in, and for reals this time.
We'll,
Wonder who's gonna be a sponsor. What's to sponsor this
you
clown?
think?
Come on, man. My boy wants like his cut, and I ain't got my money yet.
I think maybe you should scrutinize like how people are reacting to him talking to you.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. See if people around are like,
Like, oh, the crazy dude's talking to him.
Can I see this, Ian?
Nah, you can hear it, but like this hallway is it goes farther into the back,
Yeah.
and so you're able to see like half of the bar. Actually, maybe I can just I'll make you like a little diagram.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I scrutinize like his fucking words?
It's like,
I do have Gar with me as well, so we should be able to deal with this guy between me and him, but I'll roll scrutiny on him.
all right, so
Handle it.
Tico is about here, and the bar is here.
Okay. Yes, I thought.
Jesus!
All right, so see, you were attempting to. Wow. I mean, you got.
It wasn't a critical fail by 1 point on the second one.
Watchmaker is having a hard time paying attention to this dude as well as the other people in the bar, so he's not able to like really like look around and get like an idea of how they're like reacting to this.
Can Eve see what's going on? Eve is by the front door, right?
Yeah, you can make a scrutiny roll if
Yeah,
he wants.
We posted up and all that.
And then I can like come and intervene if I feel like this dude's no bueno.
Or you
Oh.
can just calm us.
Can I like overhear if anybody's like talking shit about him like at the like start of the hallway? You know.
Yeah,
like-
make an awareness roll. You wouldn't get the benefit of the sensor, but like you can try and hear what's going on.
Oh my god.
It's too loud. Like the music in this bar is like pretty loud.
Can I do an awareness? Or did I already did my scrutiny? So
You did a scrutiny. You could try and do an awareness to see if you can overhear what people are saying.
Gar, save us.
All right.
Awareness is not going to help. I can scrutinize the room, though.
Yep. Go ahead and do scrutiny, and I will determine how much information you're getting.
No.
Jesus. Oh, I already spent my fate point on my scrutiny roll, so I can't re-roll.
I've got one left. I can try it again.
I got my
It's gonna
awareness.
be important.
You
Yeah.
could use your, well, I don't know if this would count as a social roll for your...
It does not, but I can.
What did
I've got one more.
Jocelyn get out of her awareness though?
Jocelyn would have overheard, or he would have overheard a couple of people in the back just being like fucking bleeders trying to get a cleanie hooked.
I think I might just like Vox very discreetly be like Ixnay on the Uggy druggy say.
Alright, so,
I don't think he's any use to us.
No, man. Look. Fucking. You can trust me, man. Dag's my name, man. I gotta get you what you need. If I don't got it now, I can get it for you. I can get you anything, man.
Wait, Dag,
you
is
get
that
us
one
an
of?
audience with the Skull Gang? With the Skull Crew?
No, man. I'm like. Not
Oh,
in
Dag
this.
Bleeder is one of the guys.
I'm not in the crew yet, man. But I tell you, you know what? Yeah, you buy some of this shit from me. I can get you, and I get in the gang. Having a friend in the Skull Crew is pretty useful, man. Like, we could do lots of shit for you. Get you shit, like weapons, drugs. Fuck, man. I got girls, whatever you want, man.
Can I scrutinize to see if he's like, yeah, no, totally. Fucking gilded fucking palaces promises. God fucking alright.
Wait, this guy is one of the
The guys we need, right?
Yeah.
This guy is like, you're not able to get a read on him, and you're not sure if it's because of
Stupid.
him using his own supply or what's going on.
He's, like,
Maybe
super
we should
squirrely.
isolate him.
Yeah, tell you what, let's negotiate our sale over here. Just fucking like
Leave
Gar-
it to me.
Let's get him in our
just fucking
cab.
knocks him on the head.
Which, no, dude, it's cool, man. We can do it here. They don't give a shit. Like, they ain't going cops here. And if they are, they ain't got no shit on Dag Bleeder. Although once I'm in the Skull Crew, man, it can be Bleeder no more. He like rubs his neck where the scar is. I'm gonna be fucking Dag Killer or some shit.
Let's see. Do we want to try to put the screws on him now or keep playing ball with him? How do you guys feel about that? Because I could see this going one of two ways.
Dag watches you like kind of vox to the rest of them. He's like sees that you're not really biting. He's like, I'll be around, man. If you want any of my shit. He like goes to like talk to somebody else. Like he starts to get up to leave.
I'll hold up a hand. Sorry, what?
I think we should get him in the cab.
Yeah.
Tell him
We're
like
just
we're
go-
not comfortable. Well, I guess we're boxing this, so.
Tell you what, do you want to make real big fish money, or do you want to stay Dag Bleeder?
Make a charm test at a +10.
Finally!
Fuck yeah, I gotta make some goddamn money. Come on.
All right, let's go. Let's get him in the cab.
Do you want me to go with you? Do you want me to like hang out here
Yeah.
and like spy? Okay.
Let's all go, and then we'll just like we'll put him in the middle seat uncomfortably between two melee people, and we could just drive and interrogate.
Okay. Around this point, you see the cab, like, as you leave the bar with Dag, you see the car, like, turn the corner to the block and start heading in your direction.
Okay.
So we're kidnappers now, even
Right.
though he's willing.
So you wave down the car.
Yep.
Cab pulls over. Everyone piles in. It's five of
Throw
you.
the cab driver some thrones real fast for his discretion.
Actually, there's 6 of you because you have Chewie with you.
Bork. We could put Chewie in the trunk, so it's just like.
All right, Chewie, you're going in the trunk now.
Yeah, we'll give him a little bit of extra thrones for his discretion while we have a confab with our buddy here.
All right. I'll just have you do that. Just have you give them some thrones. Like, so, what we got, man? I got like. I'm gonna be like no corner seller shit no more. Fucking make some money for the Skull Crew shit. They'll let me in for sure.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. He's like, he's like smiling on his face. He's thinking in his mind, I'm about to make some money.
I gotta feel bad.
Don't feel bad about this dude. Trust me, he's just like, I put him in here for a reason and gave him this personality for a reason.
His real name is Dave.
Can't be a Dave. We're looking for Nick Stetter.
Nick's, dude, he's supposed to sponsor me for the fucking Skull Crew and he just dropped out. Fucking bastard. If I find out he squealed to me because of fucking pigs, I'm gonna be, well, I guess I won't do anything because he's part of the Skull Crew and I'll get killed, but I'll be really like mad at him. I'll fucking won't sell him my shit no more.
Heartbreaking.
But he was supposed to fucking sponsor me, motherfucker.
He got pinched by the locals, and somebody bailed him out.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard he got pinched, fucker.
Was he there, this guy, or no? This was just a known associate. The guy who turned him out was Connor Thomas, right? That was the cop who turned him out, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you know where we can find the Skull Crew right about now?
I mean, you're at the bar. But they'll be out of there in, like, by this morning. Going to whatever new bar they can find. Oh, shit, I gotta get my bike back. Fuck. Oh, fuck, I gotta give the dude the fucking money. Oh, shit, I'm not getting my bike back. Fuck. Yo, dude, you gotta buy, like, some shit for me real quick?
Tell you what, I'll give you the money to get your bike back if you can bring us to Nick's.
I don't know where Nix is. He, like, fucking disappeared.
Well, do you know who would be able to find him?
He sells some shit that he, I know he do some, like, B&E and sells that shit to fucking Zan.
Okay. How about, you think he'd still be selling at his, at Havelock EJ52?
That's where he got pinched last I heard, but, I mean, that's where his fucking customers are. He's got them all hooked down their place, so maybe this time he just remembers to pay his bribe. That's what I hear he got picked up on. He forgot to fucking pay the right guy. Or did he sell the guy some bad smack? Yeah, one of those two.
Alright, tell you what. You help us, and you get your bike back. You don't help us, you'll get a cube back.
Aw, man. Fucking thing. I had to work hard for that bike. Well, not really, but I tell people I did. Wait, shit, I shouldn't have told you.
We knew.
Oh, well.
We always knew.
Should we scrutiny if this guy really doesn't know anything about where Nick is?
He just goes to the cab driver. You mind if I light up?
Go for it.
The cab driver's like, I prefer you didn't. I gotta keep this thing clean.
On Planet Smog?
Hey, people pay for some cleanliness, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't matter. Dag just lights up some fucking Obscura.
Roll down the windows. The smog comes in.
You guys ready to hotbox?
Hang on, do I still have a rebreather? I might. I do. Yeah, sure, whatever.
The cab driver is like, dude, come on.
All right. Just put it out.
Aw. Fuck. Alright, fine. But we can go
Alright,
see.
Eve is gonna scrutiny everything this guy's been saying so far.
Okay, go ahead.
I will
Yeah.
try that.
At this point, Eve's got an idea, and she's actually dealt with people sort of like this guy before. He just is too addled to even like hope to lie.
Okay.
And honestly is just like rattles off information without even really thinking about it. He's the kind of guy whose mouth moves faster than his brain.
He's not even like concerned that he's in the car between like a bunch of strangers.
No, this dude's like pretty happy. He's like smiling and like looking around.
He's
He's like,
Finally, my ship has come in, and it's an inquisitorial black ship.
I have friends.
he's like, these guys are gonna like buy all my drugs. They're gonna give me like my bike back. Things are really looking up for me. I'm actually doing it pretty good.
This poor stupid.
Doing a good.
He's happy with his new friends.
Imagine if he's so high that like we finish this entire interaction, and when he sobers up, he's like, "Man, I had a really good night." He just somehow threads the needle of inquisitorial bullshit.
That's up to you.
That's true. It is.
So
Well, that depends on how useful the guy can be to us right now. Let's head to that hab block.
does he also know where this guy lives?
Oh, I know exactly what we can do. Fucking exactly. I have a guaranteed plan that will draw out the guy we're looking for if we fail all of our rules.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the hat block where he's been selling. We're gonna try to find him, and if we don't find him, we're gonna have our new friend start selling to horn in on his racket to draw him out.
Right. Oh, and did Tigo want to ask this dude if he knows where?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So
We're gonna have to protect this guy with that plan. That's for sure.
Oh well, we don't have to, but we can.
So is
I
he
mean-
officially day 4 at this point? If he's part of our plan?
No, he's only a Dave if he comes from the Dave the Dave sector. Otherwise, it's just a sparkling war body.
all right, where are we going, man? I know Zan. She's fucking cool. I know the fucking hat block he sells. Dude's got his brother who's a fucking square. I got the fucking. I know he goes.
His brother lives.
His brother's like fucking hat block, like say like, yeah, he's in like EJ 58, man. I guess fucking Nix was trying to sell there, and his brother like kicked his ass and told him don't shit where you eat, and told him don't sell that shit here, and all that shit, man.
Well, let's go find the brother then.
Fuck yeah. Wait, why?
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna get you
You'll
your
get
sponsor
your bike
back.
at the end of this, but you have to do what we say.
Cool,
Get
man.
your sponsor back.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So you guys are part of the Skull Crew? You don't have the patches on or shit. Already tattooed.
We're running with an affiliate gang.
Oh, cool, man. Oh, I bet they're hardcore.
They've got their moments.
Yeah. So he's like, just try to give like the cab driver the directions to the hab block EJ58, and he's like giving really shitty directions.
Do we?
The cab driver knows where to go.
Let's say like with the maps we've got.
It's like, if you turn down that alley, it's like that alley won't fit a car. He just like keeps driving, and he like, all right, hab slab EJ58. You want me to circle the block again, or this one's at least not as rough?
Keep the meter running.
You got it. You look down, it's like up to like almost like 500 thrones.
Like a fucking mortgage.
He's like, you're putting my kids through space college.
Your kids aren't going to space college. Your kids are going to space conscripts.
I know. You just So
Newbury is
Nick's
a wonderful place to live.
dad just like this. So his brother's a fucking cleaner, and his parents are cleaners, his grandparents are cleaners, and dude doesn't do shit. Makes shit money, pushes around a mop. Fucking Nix knew it was up. He knew the score.
Good to know.
It's like, all right, man, he's in that, and he like, points to like a opening in like one of the hab unit that it's relatively clean. A lot of the soot has been cleaned off of the actual building itself, and some tarps have been put up above it to try and keep some of the pollution off of like the building itself.
All right. Tell you what. Why don't you step out and have some obscura over there by the side of the building?
Fuck yeah. He just like steps into like a corner, pulls out some obscure, just lights up.
One or two of us need to keep an eye on him while the others go talk to Nix's brother.
I can stay behind with him.
Yeah, just stay in loose contact range so you don't have to yell. And make sure nobody kills him or arrests him.
Okay, I'll stay with him too.
I like how heartbroken you are. Make sure he doesn't come to harm yet. Aww.
But I want murder.
You shall have it after I get my detonators.
Oh, actually, it's more like that means I can murder him later.
Yeah, he's like the fucking snack to keep Tigo in line.
Alright. The hab unit itself is there's like a little intercom system on it, but it's and the door is locked.
No, I'll hit the intercom.
Yeah, can I help you? It's a bit late.
Is this what was the guy's name again? Hang on. I have it, I just gotta scroll back up and find it.
This would be David Murphy, would be the brother.
Are you David Murphy?
Yeah? Can I help you?
We're looking for your brother.
Nicholas? I haven't seen...
He goes by Nix, but that sounds about right.
His name's Nicholas Murphy. Look, my brother's a dipshit.
We know.
Oh, fuck. Look, do you mind coming back another time? It's been a long day.
Can make it worth your while. I'll jingle some thrones near the intercom.
I guess make an influence or a charm test.
ASMR, the sound of money. I'm only doing influence because I just have no chance of passing charm at this point.
Okay.
This is Inquisitor Watchmaker.
Watchmaker's found the secret.
This is my ASMR channel with thrones.
Yeah. Watchmaker's found the secret to being an Inquisitor. He's like suddenly realizing how he can stop being Watchmaker and start being Inquisitor Toke.
It turns out if you bribe every problem with money, it goes away. Just bribe the forces of chaos. Nobody's ever done that before. Like, hey, Slanesh, give me this bag of gold if you stop trying to corrupt humanity. Deal.
Well, why didn't you say so earlier? It's like, all right.
Solves 40k.
Door buzzes.
Keep going or pause?
What time is it?
2:30.
We could go a little bit longer. It's not quite at the 2-hour mark.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we'll call it soon unless everybody wants to keep going.
We need kind of like a decent spot to stop to.
We do need a decent place to stop. I also need to go back to fucking making sorbets in a fucking MMO.
Okay.
'Cause I hate
Let's
myself.
see here. All right. Do you hear the buzzer go off? You hear the lock click open. It's like down the hall, fourth on the right.
All right, and in we go.
Okay. You go down the hall. You go to the fourth door on the right. Door opens up a little bit. You see the chain. You see the guy poke through. So you can just... You got some money? Sorry
I'll
to...
give him,
Yep, go
I'll
ahead.
give him some money, and I'll tell him we're not gangers, but it's better you don't ask who we're with.
All
You need to
right.
find your brother.
He takes the bag money. Thanks, man. Times have been rough. All right. You looking for Nicholas?
Mm-hmm.
He runs with a rough crew these days, I hear. real disappointment.
He just got turned out of prison before being executed for not paying his protection.
Oh, God, Emperor, protect. Oh, my God. God, Emperor, if Mom and Dad find out, they'll kill him. All right. Nikki is... He was a good kid. I mean, I think he's trying to do good. He's just a little lost right now. What do you want to know about him?
We need to find him. The sooner the better. We're not the only ones after him, and we're the only ones who ask and bribe instead of shooting first.
Oh, no. All right. He moves around a lot. He sticks home every once in a while. I know he runs with a Skull Crew. He's got his friend Susan, who runs I think she's a junk dealer. I know he busted his motorcycle and had to go get it repaired. But I haven't seen my brother in a few weeks now, man. I'm sorry. I guess he met somebody new, part of the a new member of the gang who is eating up a lot of his time, I guess.
You got anything you can tell us about him?
I mean, I know he sells drugs. I don't think he uses, but he, I don't know, he's, you put a little pressure on him and he's gonna break, unfortunately. I don't know if it's the life he's in is really gonna benefit from that.
Well, the way he's going right now, he's gonna get himself killed in a hurry. We can keep him alive. I assume you care enough about your brother.
Please don't hurt him if you find him. Look, I know he's done a lot of bad things, but he's still my brother. I prefer he didn't get, shot in the head. Maybe just scare him a little bit. Maybe he'll stop being a moron and start, I could get him a cleaning job. It ain't glamorous, but it's good work. I mean,
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Look around, man. This place needs a cleaner.
Yeah. Well, we're not trying to bring him to harm, I can tell you that. We might be able to bail him out because some of his friends might not be thrilled with him.
Now, I know he goes on the motorcycle. He's with that one gang. Skull
Yep.
gang, skull something. And
How about this person he's been spending his time with for the last few weeks?
some new person. I mean, I know he's a bit cagey about information, but even this guy is from what he told me, gang leader said, don't tell anyone. And he said it was different from before. The guy just normally they tell you something, but this was different, way different from what he said. And then he realized what he said, shut up, and left. That was a month ago?
He just got turned out of prison.
Well, at least somebody paid his bail.
And
Wait, did you say he was about to get executed?
Yep.
He goes white at this? Oh. Okay. Well, he's alive, I think.
Well,
That's good.
Anything you can give us now might help him stay that way.
That's all I know. I last saw him about a month ago when they talk about the new guy who joined their gang, or I guess, I don't know if he actually joined or if he's just someone they're working with, but I don't know. Sorry. I check with some of his friends, or check out that garage he goes to, or see if he was I know he hangs out at a bar for the past few weeks.
Yeah, we were just there and we didn't see him.
Shoot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, getting turned out from prison after gracing an execution cell, wouldn't be surprised if he's laying low for a bit. I mean, I know he also sells drugs over at that one HAB unit, but I don't know if he'd be there, especially because Guess he had some like rough interaction there last I heard.
Last I heard was you beat the shit out of him for selling here.
Yeah, he tried to sell here. I told him, and that wasn't gonna happen. And I gave him a good whop. And he like pulls out like a broom that has like a bit of like dried blood on the handle.
That is a good whop. All right. Well, if he's laying low, he's less likely to be out on the street selling unless he's completely broke.
He might be. I mean, you say somebody bailed him out, he might have to pay him back.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you know, I flirted with gang life, not for me, but I do know they can forgive a lot for a good earner.
Would you call him a good earner?
I try and keep his business separate from what I know. Just better that way that I don't know what he's up to exactly.
Any way of getting in contact with him, or does he just show up when he shows up?
He shows up when he shows up. Sorry, man.
All right. I'll give him our comm number as well, and if you hear anything, call us first, because it might be the difference between us finding him and him turning up dead with a hole in his head.
All right. I'll let him. I'll give you a call if he comes by. I'll give you a call. I'll let you know. I mean, but you gotta promise me you're gonna help him, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man. He closes the door. Outside.
Fearful Havelock.
Outside, Tigo and Eve watch as Dag attempts to sell drugs to somebody.
Does Dag have a rule where he only rolls 100s?
This is my reaction as I'm watching him.
Yeah, Eve just chuckles.
Eve, like, the ex-Arbites are like, no, this is how you do a drop. God.
Actually, let's see how well he does sell his drugs. Nah. At this point, the Obscure is actually starting to take effect. And his words begin to slur. And he's like just kind of like in a dreamlike state.
Yeah.
Actually,
hey, drugs. He's trying to sell it, then he realizes he's holding it, forgets that he's selling it, and lights it and uses it.
The guy he's trying to sell to just like reaches into his pocket and pulls out some money and leaves.
Oh no.
So, where first? I would say maybe the garage. If nothing else, we're probably likely to find some of his buddies, and they might be able to lead us to him. Any objections, crew?
None.
Dag's just like...
I'm holding backpacks, handing this guy for being so stupid.
Dag just looks over to, like, Chewie. He's like, you're beautiful.
Kiss me.
I feel like we need one of those little, like,
Bork.
child backpack leashes for him.
For Dag or for Chewie?
For Dag.
Do I have any? Let me see if I have something that could...
I mean, he's pretty easy to lead around right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to the garage?
But is Eve suggesting they get like one of those like things that you wear on the front that a baby sits in, but it's going to be Dag leader?
No, like the little backpacks you put on the kids that have the little leash attached to them. That usually look like little animals.
If we did wear a chest harness with Dag Bleeder in it, what is the AP value of Dag Bleeder?
Dag Bleeder would be worth his toughness value of like 2.
That's good enough.
It's 2 more than 0, baby. Strap in.
The drugs have ruined his body.
Anyway, so we're going to the garage.
I think so.
So yeah, once watch.
And
watch
we are
Maker shows
bringing
up.
Dag along in case.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Isn't it
Like-
late though?
It's
So,
yeah. This would be about 9. It would be about 10 p.m. right now.
I grab Dag face by like his shirt, like his collar, I guess, and just like drag him along while he's like hallucinated.
Just chuck him back into the cab.
Oh man, it's so fucking bright.
Maybe his secret is that he's actually like a navigator or a psyker, and he doesn't know it, and he keeps seeing the light of the Emperor. He keeps seeing the astrogation beacon.
Somebody got a paper bag to put over his face. Just like,
He just looks at you. I like you, man. You're a good dude. He hands you some Obscura.
Thank you.
thanks. How
Well,
much?
Watch that. No, you don't say how much when us.
No, I'm asking Ian how much he handed me.
Oh.
He hands you like a single dose.
Okay, so I'm up to 3 now.
Collecting that shit.
You never know
You
when you need to
never
make
know.
people.
Eventually, we're gonna bust up a demonic cult by smoking them out.
Yeah.
Dak's just like, I'm really vibing right now.
You turn up the music.
I really feel like you are like my best friends.
Good. That's good.
We're the only reason you're probably still alive.
Well, let's.
Do you like polka music?
No, Dag.
Dag
Do you
is your
like-
real name.
Donald.
How about Dave?
We did just meet a Dave.
How about Donnie?
How about Reginald?
Reggie, dude, yes. You don't like polka music? Oh, do you like Donna?
We know somebody that slept with Donna.
Dude, I hear she got fucking blown up. Can you believe
Yeah.
that? Fuck. Dude. He just like passes out.
Is he like okay passed out?
Make a medicine check.
Are you really making me?
Might as well.
Let me see.
Does he have a pulse?
I gotta make sure. Let's see. Plus 30 for the diagnosis thingy. Okay.
I mean, just checking for pulse would be, well, just roll and like,
Add 30.
Yeah.
Well, add 30 to that. So 3 more success.
he's breathing and he has a pulse. It's even-ish. It's definitely like running faster than it should for somebody who's at rest, but it isn't like his heart's about to explode.
Good enough.
Let's say like 60, let's say like 90 beats per minute.
He would totally benefit from a stim right now, right?
I mean, if you gave him a stim, it would definitely like affect him.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yes, because if there's any more Medicaid tests, you guys are doing them.
Eve is like slowly starting to put like a low stick in his mouth. Just catch your hand and just slowly lower it.
I just want Eve to fucking stick him in the chest, like into the heart with a stim. And then he writes a song called Kickstart My Heart,
Ow.
which is actually the reason why that song exists.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
So we're approaching the 2-hour mark. Do you want to keep going, or shall we call it for the session as you approach? Actually, are you heading to the garage right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So-
good with pausing here because I do want to keep doing this project, but what's
Okay. So as you approach the garage, we'll call it for the 2-hour mark. So 200 XP for 2 hours of play, and we will pick this up next week with your best friend in the world, Dag.
So, his name is now Reginald.
Reggie, yes.